I used to be 169 centimeters, so 5'7", and now I'm 177 centimeters, so 5'10". I did lengthening over nails on the femur, so I had external fixators during my procedure. And I want to talk a little bit about Dr. Yunus, who was the person responsible for my procedure and my surgery. So I think he's like a very professional individual. He's very attentive towards his patients, and he's very like passionate about his job. So he always makes sure that what he's doing is like careful and safe. So to ensure the safety and health of the client. I think it's possible to potentially want to just show off as much as you can with this sort of job and be like, oh, our patients can achieve 10 centimeters or 11 centimeters. But with Dr. Yunus, he wants to keep everything safe, and he cares more about the individual's health than like the publicity of like how much you can lengthen. So I do appreciate that he has that mindset where he, for example, you're lengthening 1 millimeter every day, but I think there's other companies that might lengthen a little bit more than that. But he really insists to stay on the safe side because he cares about the individual's health and he wants them to fully recover. So throughout my procedure, I'd have like x-rays where he would, maybe every 2 weeks, and he would look at these x-rays and he'd assess them, and then he would give me feedback of how my bone's healing and how my muscles are. And I really appreciated this because he's taking the time to make sure that I'm recovering in a healthy manner. Also, in regards to medication, he's very. The nurses would report like, oh, he's experiencing this, and he'd be like very thorough to make sure that the patient is getting the correct medication to help eliminate their problem. But yeah, and also he's like a very nice, open-minded individual. So it's very easy to talk to him. Even though there's a little bit of a language barrier, he still tries his best to communicate with all the patients, regardless of their ethnicity, which I think is really cool. And also he'll do like regular visits to the hotel to where we are to make sure to see the patients physically and make sure that they're like to assess them again and analyze like how their recovery is coming along. And then he will give guidance to the physiotherapists to tell them what needs to be worked on. So say if your quadriceps are a bit tight or your hamstrings, he'll be like, okay, let's do more of this. Or for example, during the end of my procedure, when I was getting to like 7 centimeters, he made sure the physiotherapists were giving me 2 sessions a day instead of 1. And this really helped with like eliminating the pain, and it really helped with my flexibility and my motion. But that wouldn't have happened if he wasn't attentive and he wasn't like constantly thinking about what's best for the patient. So I really appreciate his hard work and his way of thinking. So and I haven't had any problems in regards to like any serious problems in regards to like the surgery or any consequences. So he's also like very efficient surgeon. So I definitely recommend coming to this company, and you'll be in good hands. Like, which is probably the most important part, is that your surgeon cares about you, and he's not just doing it for the money or the publicity. He's doing it because he wants to help people achieve their dreams. And I think this is like a very respectable way of thinking. So yeah, Dr. Yunus, all good.